Hi, I'm Matt with Keeping a YYC. Today we're joined by Madhura Joshi with Ignite Your Inner Potential. Hi, Madhura. How are you?
Good. How are you, Matt?
I am fantastic today. We'll get right into it though. Tell us a little bit about your business, Ignite Your Inner Potential.
I started this business about 3.5 years ago, and I've pivoted many times since. I got laid off when the last crash happened and had to kind of dive in deep and figure out, okay, what do I want to do? I was a mom of my 1.5-year-old at the time, or a 1-year-old at the time when I got laid off, and realized that coaching was really where my heart there was a passion that was ignited within me. And so that's where the term Ignite Your Inner Potential came, because it was really something that for me was what I was trying to help my clients do. And so after a lot of soul searching and tweaking, I realized that men are actually who I am passionate about helping, because they've kind of fallen off on the grid of people and personal development with the amount of coaches that are helping women. And so it's kind of like my passion, not my mission to change men or anything like that, but help them to really tap into their inner leader, help them to tap into that inner potential, maximize their human potential so that they can, in fact, be in harmony with their partner, or if they're not a partner, just really step into that leadership role and show up in the best possible way.
Okay. So, what are you doing in this current environment to kind of adapt with what's going on?
So right now, what I've done is I'm not focusing on like long-term programs. I've tweaked it so that I'm giving people a very intensive unleash the leader within strategy session. So this provides them with a 90-day game plan to really get the 90 days that they need for the next 3 months, really focus, understand what the action steps are, because a lot of people are paralyzed with fear. They're paralyzed with uncertainty, and they don't know what that next step is. How are they showing up as that leader that their family needs, their employees need, or themselves, right? Like, how do I really step into being this leader that people are looking to me for, but I am so scared myself? So really giving them the action steps to get out of that, what I like to call the pandemic slump that many people are in, and
Yes.
provide them with the courage to move forward, knowing that they're heading in the right direction, and give them that feeling of control again, because right now a lot of people feel like they've lost their control. The government might have their control, or someone else is holding control and they don't know what to do. So putting them back in the driver's seat so that they can actually thrive instead of fall behind in this environment and the situation that we're in.
Yeah, it's easy to feel kind of isolated, of course, because we're isolating and kind of helpless in our day-to-day activities. You don't have that structure. Some people may not have that purpose, that they're not able to work or do what they normally love to do. So that's a big challenge for people right now.
Absolutely. And so providing them with that game plan and actually knowing, okay, what is my day going to look like? What is it going to be set up in such a way that I feel like every day when I go to sleep, I am feeling successful? Because yeah, you might not get out of your pajamas for the day, or you might be looking, it's 9 a.m. and then it's 9 p.m. and you wondered what the heck happened to my day. So really instilling a routine that works around your current situation, with especially kids being home, your significant other being home all the time, and really being in that space. So how do you pivot and ensure that you can still be productive and successful regardless of what's going on around you?
Absolutely, I feel that. I got to be honest, I just showered in specifically to do this interview right now, and I am wearing shorts as well. So, business up top, casual on the bottom.
That's what we do actually for our BNI meetings, and that's one thing I love, is that people are still pivoting as much as possible, and yeah, most of us at 7 a.m. are in our pajama pants, but up top we're in business attire, because we still want to be comfortable, but we also don't want to look like a slob, right? So it's all about what makes you feel good at the end of the day, and how can you bring a little joy into your everyday life that changes the Groundhog Day effect that many people are going through right now.
Absolutely. So the third question we have is, make sure I get it right here. What can people do to support local businesses, such as yourself and others at this time?
I think the biggest thing is start looking for businesses that are in Calgary, and start looking for businesses in your community. Can you order, if you're looking to order food, what's your favorite local joint, and can you order from there, right? Trying to get out of looking, oh, I want to get something from the States, right? Like on Amazon. Okay, what's local that you can purchase that you normally would potentially go to Amazon for? And kind of switching it that way. If there are posts, share them. It costs you nothing to share someone's business post that is local, because you are helping these people put food on the table for their family, right? By helping local, you're helping your own economy thrive, and you're also helping these people not have to shut down forever.
Absolutely. It's not doing a lot for our local economy and Calgary as a whole to support some of these, outside larger type of corporations that are very convenient, because it's very clear that they're open and available for business, such as Amazon, let's say, right? But we want to encourage people to look and see what businesses locally have been hustling to adapt and put their stuff online and offer delivery and do this and that and the other thing to still offer their services and get by here. So the last question we have for you, to me, is the most interesting one, based on what you're doing in your business, is what tips and tricks can you provide to people in relation to your expertise? What can you tell men right now to do to get out of this potential rut they may be in?
The biggest thing is create a routine that works for you. So obviously you're not going to be able to focus for 3 hours at a time when your kids are running around. And I know this because I have 2 very young ones. They're 4 and 1. So how can you block off times in the day where maybe they're napping, or your spouse or partner can take them for an hour, and chunk out that hour time to focus on you and focus on your business, so that you can be hyper focused, that you've finished it, and then you can move on to going and playing with your kids or going outside. Another big thing is do something, whether it's showering, even if it's showering at noon, put something on, like keep your office space kind of that office space. You don't enter it unless you're working. And that will give you some structure. And even if it's getting up at a specific time every day, I know for me, I have my workout routine where I've actually created a group where we all jump on Zoom to work out. We're all doing different workouts, but it just creates that routine so that we feel like, hey, okay, you know what? We've taken care of our physical health, but that also takes care of our mental health. And that is also very crucial at this time for everybody. And especially men, because a lot of times they're not communicating how they're feeling. Women, we tend to either cry it out or chat with our girlfriend or text and just vent it, right? But men in general have been raised to say, hey, you know what? No, you got to keep it inside. Boys don't cry, all of this stuff, right? So keeping a check on making sure that your mental health is taken care of, whether that's getting out for a walk, working out, playing with your kids, goofing around, doing something that is going to give you pleasure one way or another, and kind of get you laughing, and keeping a routine, because I think that, along with the mental, spiritual, all of that, those aspects will really help you to kind of get out of the Groundhog Day routine that many people are kind of stuck in.
Absolutely. I do have to say, how dare you, implying that us men could not express our emotions. Okay, some can. We try. Okay, we're trying. We may need some guidance. Okay, maybe we haven't been taught right. I don't know.
Absolutely. And I'm not trying to bash any men. I totally get it. I get, and a lot of men are trying. Like it's just the way that you guys have been brought up for years and years and years and years, and grandparents. And I think what's happened is where men and women our roles are no longer specific, distinct roles. Sorry, I shook my laptop when I said
Very passionate, very passionate. I see it, fiery about this topic. I like it.
So it's really just kind of the paradigms have shifted, and it's kind of how to pivot to get back into a way where everyone can harmoniously go together to make it work, right, at the end of the day. And
absolutely.
Guidance is needed, and it's okay to ask for guidance. There's a lot of resources, and I love that a lot of counseling centers are available for people to jump on via Zoom, phone, just to help people kind of get that support and give men the support they require right now.
Absolutely. So that's actually all the questions that we had prepared for you. However, we appreciate you taking the time to do this with us today, Madhura, and we do ask, if you can, to sign off on the interview for us by looking directly in the camera and stating your name as well as your business name, and just asking the fine people that are watching to keep it local, keep it YYC.
Madhura Joshi with Ignite Your Inner Potential. Keep it local and keep it YYC.